Welcome to Flamin' Takes. Today we talk cricket. The fourth test between England and India held at Old Trafford, Manchester. An exciting finish to day five, which ended up seeing the Indians escape Old Trafford with a draw after it looked quite a remote possibility where they had a 311 run deficit heading into their second innings, and were shortly after that 2 for 0 after 4 balls. Remarkable situation, and we saw terrific performances with the bat by KL Rahul, who made 90, Captain Shubman Gill, who made 103, and they took the Indians into day 5, where after their 2 wickets had fallen, India were 4 for 222, and Washington Sundar, who was promoted from number 8, came in at number 5, and it was Sundar with Ravindra Jadeja at number 6, who were tasked with batting as long as possible to try avoid the rest of the order being exposed to the English bowlers, and they managed to do that. So they batted over 2 sessions together and staved off defeat, and now the Indians are heading into the Oval for the 5th test with the series at 2-1, and India still a chance to retain the Anderson Tendulkar Trophy if they can win it at the Oval and level the series 2-all. The big talking point from this match was the final hour of day 5, where after really digging in for well over a session, Ben Stokes, the captain of England, approached Jadeja with his hand outstretched to shake his hand to call off the day's play and be like, "Well played, let's go back to the change rooms." But Jadeja wasn't going to take that bait when he was on 89 and Washington Sundar on 80, and both of them batting terrifically to get India to that point where defeat didn't look like it was going to happen for them. But Stokes and some of his teammates didn't take kindly to the rejection, and unfortunately it really soured what was a terrific game, but and terrific finish to the match, given India really had to fight hard to avoid defeat, and England being in the box seat for the majority of the game. Both had moments to celebrate as far as the overall match was concerned, and really, what can you take from the antics from the English, and in particular Stokes and Harry Brook, who really didn't take his bowling that seriously, it seemed, with some of the deliveries he bowled in the latter stages of the day. You can't go and spout this type of language when your team celebrating milestones and are really batting past a total which really wasn't beneficial from a time standpoint. And you look at Ben Stokes, he scored 141 and he took a 5-for, and then in the next moment he's diluting the potential of Jadeja and Sundar's centuries. It was pretty remarkable, and you see that with this outcome that the Indians feel like they won this game more than the English won in terms of as far as momentum's concerned, even though Pant's injured, and that's a major loss for the Indians heading into the 5th test. What you can say is that, to me, I can draw comparisons with the Indians when they toured Australia in 2020, 2021 at the SCG in the 3rd test, where Hanuma Vihari and Ravi Ashwin batted terrifically in the final session and a half to stave off a defeat and draw the test match, which took the series 1-all heading into the 4th test at the Gabba. And towards the end of that game, Captain Tim Payne was in Ravi Ashwin's ear, and he had the famous line, we can't wait to get you guys to the Gabba. And Ashwin and Vihari ended up undefeated and got the draw. They got to the Gabba. Ashwin didn't play; he was injured. But the Indians beat the Aussies at the Gabba, and you feel that with this match that history could repeat itself on a similar level with the Indians, who are going to be undermanned as well because without Rishabh Pant, that's a major loss to the structure of their team. And I think we're set for an exciting fifth test, and yeah, stay tuned for it because it's gonna be a wild finish to the series where each of the four tests have been played over the full 20 days, which is pretty remarkable when you see a lot of blowouts in Test cricket in general. So yeah, let's see how that goes. And yeah, the English hopefully, well, for their sake, you hope they haven't really handed India with a dose of motivation leading into the fifth test. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.